A very good morning to all the respected listeners in this wonderful platform. This is Dr. Sampurna Guha, Assistant Professor, Amity Institute of Rehabilitation Sciences, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. I am feeling very honored to present my original research on this wonderful platform given to me by Research Circle as part of the IMCCRT 2024 virtual conference. I would now like to present my research study and I'll be sharing the presentation on screen. Please give me a minute. I hope the screen is visible to each and everyone. Before beginning my presentation, once again, my grateful thanks to Research Circle for giving me this wonderful opportunity in virtual mode to present my original research article chosen for oral presentation in this esteemed platform. The title of my study is Life Skills for Promoting Mental Well-being Among Indian Adolescents and Youth. The abstract ID is IMCCRT 2024 8153. I am Dr. Sampurna Guha, Assistant Professor, Amity Institute of Rehabilitation Sciences, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. A quick look at the introduction. Adolescents and youth form the very backbone of a nation. They are the young workforce, which is very crucial for the development of any country, any nation. They are the crucial human resource who can contribute to a country's national development. It's very important for us to understand that adolescence sets the path for healthy development of individuals in later life. It is very imperative that hence we maintain and we ensure the mental wellness and the positive mental health during these fundamental growing up years. The World Health Organization has defined and operationalized mental health as a very unique construct. The World Health Organization conceptualizes mental health as a state of well-being in which an individual develops the ability to comprehend his own abilities. That means they're very clear. What are my strengths? What I can do? What are my abilities? What are my weaknesses? Thereby having the ability to cope with stress of daily life effectively and make productive contribution to the society by performing useful work. Hence, it's very, very important for us to look at the different keywords that I have made an attempt to highlight in this conceptualization of mental health by WHO. First, we need to understand own abilities because that is highlighted. Own abilities refer to what we can do, our strengths. Ability to cope with stress in daily life. So in daily life, we are facing a number of challenges, numerous stressors, and we should develop this ability to cope with the daily stresses, which may be as mundane and as small as maybe getting stuck in the traffic jam and not getting restless, not getting panicky, instead coping with the situation and dealing with the situation effectively. So effectively becomes a very, very important term because there are different ways in which we can cope with stress, but coping with stress effectively and not resorting to impulsive, irritable, or emotionally dysregulated behaviors is very important. This will help the individual to make useful and productive contribution to the society by performing useful work. This is a very beautiful conceptualization of mental health as given by WHO. Building the rationale of this study by delving deeper into the introduction. Positive mental health enhances our well-being. This is stated by WHO itself. And that is where it's very critical and very crucial for us to work towards developing or enhancing or strengthening this mental health or this mental well-being. This is where programs like life skill training is found to be very beneficial. In fact, there are several studies, notably the study by John and Sharma 2020, Nagpal and Guha 2018, which clearly point out that life skill training, especially for adolescents and youth, is highly beneficial and can also help in remediation and controlling of crime, juvenile delinquency, and better management of stress in the younger ages, thereby laying a foundation of good mental health and well-being during later life. It's very, very critical for me to point out at this stage that apart from training, it's very important that we also give focus on the environment. In fact, a study by Shah et al. 2023 clearly mentions that a supportive environment plays a very crucial role. Therefore, it is very essential that along with life skills training, the environment is also modified. Because individuals who face adverse conditions in life due to number of factors, which can include violation of basic human rights, which we often witness during tragic episodes of war, human strife, or even under certain personal conditions, such as domestic or personal violence, episodes of stigma and discrimination. So such individuals automatically become at greater risk of developing mental health issues. Moving on to the objective of this research study. This study was done with a major aim to study the role of life skills training in supporting mental health and well-being among Indian adolescents and youth through documentary analysis. The research question developed for this study was, what is the role of life skills-based training in supporting mental health and well-being of Indian adolescents and youth? The research methodology adopted for this study was documentary analysis. Let us now try to understand what is documentary analysis. Document analysis or documentary analysis is viewed as a qualitative research method which helps in supporting grounded research. It involves a systematic and scientific procedure of reviewing printed or electronic forms of documents. So documents can be in printed form, like books, reports, which are in printed form, or also electronic form, that is soft copies or e-copies, because nowadays we are focusing more on the digital versions because that is not only environment friendly, but also highly economical in terms of money, in terms of space, in terms of easy transfer of data. And why do we do this? In order to make meaning, comprehend, analyze, and develop knowledge, as mentioned in the study by Corbin and Strauss 2008 and Rapley 2007. In this particular study, the document analysis involved in-depth and detailed analysis of 3 studies, namely, number 1, the Universal Health Coverage or UHC for mental health. Number 2, the Jeevan Kaushal Curriculum by the University Grants Commission. And number 3, the National Education Plan, NEP 2020, as it's famously known as, by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Now let us look at the findings. The analysis of document 1, that is the UHC, reveals that it was aimed at providing access to high standards, high quality, and affordable mental health services and well-being for all people. When I say all, that means it's highly inclusive term and it includes everyone. The UHC was administered in 3 stages, and this program was meant to run in 12 priority countries so that the benefits can be extended up to 100 million people. Now, these are the stages of the universal health coverage as given by the WHO. The 3 stages are known as Action 1, Action 2, and Action 3. Action 1 was aimed at promoting mental health policy, advocacy, and human rights. Action 2 was aimed at providing and scaling up interventions across various settings. And Action 3 was aimed at the crucial part, that is increasing access to mental health care, facilities, and services to 100 million people by 2023. The WHO further lists out 10 life skills, which can be categorized into 3 major skills, viz. Social skills, thinking skills, and emotional skills. As seen in the diagram on this particular slide, the social skills will include communication, empathy, interpersonal relationships, and even self-awareness. The thinking skills can further include skills such as problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking, and decision making. While the emotional skills can include stress management and emotional management. So together we have these 10 life skills, which prove as the benchmark for any life skill training and curriculum development. Now, I would like to shed light on the analysis of document 2, that is the Jeevan Kaushal Curriculum 2.0. The Jeevan Kaushal Curriculum was released by the University Grants Commission, that is the UGC. The draft was circulated in 2022, while the actual curriculum was released in August 2023. It was developed with the aim of imparting 4 life skills, especially for the undergraduate learners. So it's a curriculum which can be easily imparted in all institutions catering to higher education in India. The life skills are crucial for supporting the well-rounded, wholesome development of learners. And this curriculum has 4 courses and several modules under each course with associated skills. The researcher has made an attempt to showcase the skills involved, the courses, and the modules. So there are 4 courses as mentioned. Course 1 focuses on communication skills. The modules further focus on development of listening, speaking, reading, writing, interpersonal communication, and even skills required in the 21st century, which is digital literacy, cyber security, usage of social media, digital ethics, etc. The second course includes professional skills, which is further categorized into 2 areas, the career skills and the team skills. The career skills further focus on modules which are focusing on development of resume writing skills, interview skills, group discussion skills, exploration of career opportunities, while the team skills focus on development of cognitive and non-cognitive skills, presentation skills, skills which are very important such as trust, collaboration, listening etiquettes, social and cultural etiquettes, internal communication, brainstorming, etc. The third course focuses on leadership and management skills, which further are having modules which further focus on development of leadership skills, managerial skills, entrepreneur skills, managing personal finance, ethics, and integrity. Whereas the last course is aligned with the very culture of India that is focusing on the values, that is universal human values, love, compassion, truth, non-violence, peace, service, renunciation, and constitutional values. So this slide briefly sums up the entire focus of the Jeevan Kaushal Curriculum 2.0, a very useful and a very focused curriculum developed by the UGC. The analysis of document 3, that is the National Education Plan 2020, developed by MHRD, focused on imparting education which aims at promoting holistic development of a learner. According to NEP 2020, education must build character. So now NEP is talking about that kind of education which great visionary leaders in India and the world have already focused on. I would especially like to mention the names of our great leaders, great philosophers, and great thinkers like Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, Sri Krishnamurti, our very own Bapuji, that is Gandhiji, who always focus on education, which is nation building, character building. So similarly, the NEP 2020 also focuses on such a curriculum which enables learners to develop basic skills encouraging creativity, teamwork, cooperation, along with rational thinking, scientific temper, empathetic and caring attitude, and most of all, equipped with values. Now, the discussion brings out the beauty of this study by showcasing how actually by developing various life skills through the Jeevan Kaushal curriculum, one can ensure development of resilience, mental well-being, and good mental health. Let us understand how Jeevan Kaushal curriculum will actually support the mental health of learners. So we will understand this by looking at the first skill, that is communication skills. Human beings are social animals, we all know that. We need to communicate with each other in order to survive. That communication or the exchange of ideas, thoughts, is generally done using verbal or non-verbal medium. Verbal communication includes speech, syntax, usage of proper grammar, pragmatics, etc. Whereas the non-verbal mode of communication includes sign, as we also known as sign language, very commonly used for persons having hearing impairment. We all should learn sign language in order to support diversity and unity. And it's a very important component of inclusive education. Along with gestures, body language, facial expression, etc. Now, how does communication skill play a role in supporting the mental health? Now, as an individual grows up, we can relate to our own growing up years, and we know that one has to constantly communicate with individuals who are around us in our environment, whether it is at home, school, playground, office, college, or any other public place. We have to communicate with our family members, parents, siblings, friends, peers, teachers, neighbors, co-workers, administrative staff, our authority, and other individuals. We cannot survive without communicating, whether we use verbal or non-verbal modes. Hence, it is essential that one has good and age-appropriate communication skills. In fact, communication skills is listed as one of the topmost priority skills of 21st century. Having good communication and possessing strong communication skills raises one's self-esteem, help to develop better interpersonal skills, and helps us to get along with other people, thereby meeting the socially acceptable goals. Also, in the 21st century, when we are living in a digital era, especially in the post-COVID era, the digital usage has greatly enhanced and has strengthened. And therefore, it's very important that we enable the adolescents and the youth to develop digital ethics, digital literacy, and even digital safety so that they can interact with their environment in a safe, effective, and conducive manner. And that is what the UGC's groundbreaking Jeevan Kaushal curriculum is able to do. Looking at the second course, that is professional skills. Professional skills encompass both career and team skills. Career skills are very important to become good career-oriented individuals who have a good career, good job opportunities, because after all, we receive education with this aim right from childhood to earn a good living so that we are productive and contributive citizens to our country, and we are contributing to its national development, contributing to its GDP, contributing to its financial and social development, and also helping our fellow beings. Demonstration of professional skills and team skills helps us to gain good vocational opportunities because every company and every institution wants a holistically developed, well-rounded individual on board. And this enhances our employability. Career skills include the art of resume writing, interview skills, because we all know that showcasing our skills, especially when it is matched to a particular job, increases our chances to land that job. Whereas team skills include the ability to lead a team, ability to trust, brainstorm, have good problem solving, and critical as well as creative thinking skills. How does professional skills support mental health? Possessing good career skills will strengthen our job opportunities, as we saw in the earlier slide also, which will help us to land good jobs with good pay scales, good job profile, and this will lead to our self-satisfaction, enhance our dignity, and increase our productivity, definitely supporting the mental well-being. And when we are possessing good team skills, it also helps in the better retention of a job, in our career growth, because an individual who is able to lead his team, manage his role, and support other team members is viewed as a much wanted and much needed individual in the professional circles, because every company wants to keep service before self. So such individuals are in high demand. And this will automatically positively impact our mental health. Let's look at the third skill, that is leadership and management skills. So along with communication skills and professional skills, it's very important that we have adequate and age-appropriate leadership and managerial skills. Because any individual who is a good leader will not only lead others, but also work as a team, supporting the team, acting as a role model and inspiring others. In fact, we have so many leaders around us in our daily lives, in our offices, in our workplaces, in our own home. So recently, we all celebrated Father's Day worldwide. And I won't leave this opportunity to mention that fathers are leaders in a family, because not only they act as the breadwinners of the family, of course, now we are living in a very equitable and inclusive world where the mothers and the women are also working shoulder to shoulder and carrying very huge responsibilities. In fact, mother is considered equivalent to God in our culture. But also it's important to understand that father is generally viewed as the leading male member of the family, and especially in patriarchal type of communities and societies, father is seen as the head of the family who can solve problems easily, provide simple solutions, and thus is often viewed as the role model by children. Similarly, we have social role models around us in our political leaders, in our philosophical leaders, even in our cinematic and movie personalities. It's very important that we develop leadership and management skills from each of these role models around us. How leadership skills supports our mental health? Leadership qualities allows us to see an opportunity in every problem. And that is a core characteristic feature of a resilient mind. Instead of getting daunted by problems, one should see opportunities because change is constant and change is the only constant in life. Problems should be viewed as opportunities of self-growth, self-development, and individuals who display high coping power are seen to efficiently deal with problems. In fact, adolescents with high psychological immunity and coping and resilience have very high and very positive mental health. Inculcation of emotional and social intelligence will allow the individual to understand challenging situations in a better and proper manner, thereby supporting proper decision-making skills, which are not irrational, which are not impulsive, rather properly grounded in the reality. Last, but the very important skill, that is human values. So human values from the very core of our lives. Values help us to reach the highest level of self-actualization, as mentioned by Maslow. In fact, our Indian society, our Indian culture is driven by four purusharthas, that is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, with moksha or salvation being the ultimate spiritual goal. When we use the right knowledge, we have the right attitude, we have the right kind of thinking, and we do the right kind of work, we are able to achieve the goal of our lives that is not materialistic, rather, it is spiritual, that is moksha, renunciation. And that is what the life skill curriculum of Jeevan Kaushal also supports. So, how does human values support mental health? In fact, values play a very important role in supporting character development, the very education that NEP 2020 talks about, and the very goal of UHC, that is providing high quality mental health services and provisions to all, can be made possible by developing this particular skill, that is mental health among the adolescents, that is values among the adolescents and the youth, which will positively impact the mental health. Because when we have good, strong, positive character, we are not only able to achieve in the academic field, but also we're able to participate positively in the community and contribute positively to the national development. Now, moving on to the final conclusion. Thus, we can say that adolescence is a period of immense stress and strain. An individual faces immense pressure due to various changes in their life, which can be transitions from school to college or work, changes in the family, changes in the body, and there's so many physiological, social, emotional changes which happen in the lives of adolescents. Adolescents who are not able to manage their stress, not able to cope up with the daily stressors due to low resilience, low coping, low PI, often fall prey to self-harming activities, which can be as dangerous as substance abuse and even suicidal ideations. And nowadays, we see a huge concerning surge in student suicides, especially adolescent suicides in our country. The rising cases of student suicides are indicative of the strain faced by Indian youth and adolescents. The study findings clearly indicate that curriculum like Jeevan Kaushal 2.0 can be used to impart basic life skills which are essential for development in all areas, be it self, professional, socio-emotional development, team skills, or values, thereby enhancing and strengthening the mental strength and well-being. These are some of the references which have been utilized in this study. I thank all the audiences and all the listeners of this wonderful platform provided to me by Research Circle for listening to my presentation. And thank you so much for the patient listening. I take your permission to stop the screen share. Once again, I thank Research Circle for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present my original research work and sharing it virtually with individuals across the globe. A very good morning. Namaste. Thank you from Dr. Sampurna Guha. Thank you so much.